Hello, and welcome back to another episode of An Unorthodox CEO. I am, as always, Steve Pickering, the CEO of Sussex Beds, and today, me and Vic are joined by Lewis Stockford.
Hello.
Lewis is our first guest from within the industry. So many of you listening, and I know there's lots of industry people that listen in every week because they message constantly. Lewis works as a agent and represents Millbrook, among others. Lewis, who else do you have in your bag?
Quite a few.
List them out. Go on, give them a shout out.
Okay, so Emu. Yeah, this is testing me now. Catalan Italia, Parada, Flexform, Giorgetti, Giorgio Collection, Contardi,
Wow.
Montbell, Opera, Angelo Cappellini.
Wow.
I hope I've not missed anyone because I'll be in trouble.
Long, yes, you will. But we deal with you mainly for Millbrook Beds, so anyone outside the industry, a quality bed manufacturer that we've been dealing with for many years and have a fantastic relationship with it, actually. So, Lewis is joining us and we'll be talking to Lewis about the industry, products, but also, and maybe even more interesting, is his early career as a semi-professional footballer.
1 year professional, Steve.
1 year, there we go, 1 year professional. So any Pompey fans out there, go to Pomps. Is that what they call Pomps?
Pompey.
Pompey, yeah, it is Pompey. You might recognise the name. So we'll be talking about that as well. And how you transisted across into the furniture industry. Obviously, much nicer, and it was always the big goal.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that as well. So before we go any further, don't forget, listeners, watchers, hit that subscribe button now so that you catch all future episodes. Cool. There we go. There's the intro. Welcome, Lewis.
Thanks for having me on.
Not nervous, are you?
Very nervous.
You wouldn't know.
I love chatting to people, but
Yeah.
put a microphone in front of me and a
And it
camera
disappears.
and just fall apart.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, you won't even notice the microphone in a minute. Yeah, we'll be so deep into conversation that you won't notice.
Yeah.
So tell us about, I guess really everyone wants to know, we've just given a little teaser of your early life and how you found your way into football.
Yes, so born and bred in Portsmouth, so that was my local team.
Yeah.
So where mum and dad were, I could see the stadium at the end of the road.
Yeah.
So it was a special place in my heart for Portsmouth still.
Yeah.
I signed my first contract when I was 8 years old. So started at 8 with the academy.
Goodness.
And then all the way up through to about 19, 20. And football was my focus. No college, no university. It was football.
Yeah. So from a very early age then, all your life.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to do? I suppose all young children start off, I mean, even Josh, isn't it? An obsession and drive and goal to be a footballer. Was that always the case?
For sure. There was nothing else. And I wish I started thinking about other things in hindsight, and I know the FA now are a lot better at managing people coming through the process and ensuring they have other skill sets. But back then when I was around, the only thing I left with when I finally did leave was a coaching qualification. So the whole outside world was completely different, but from a young kid it was football. That was my only thoughts. Probably slacked in school a little bit, thinking,
so I'm going to be a footballer.
This is my future.
So you obviously had a talent.
it's funny because people will be laughing watching this because they say I always go on about it, but I never do. I'm not the most, friends will rib me.
Yeah.
But I'm not the most confident, or I don't sing my own praises. But I did have a real talent.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was very hungry, very driven. If I lost, I would cry. I'd get upset.
Yeah. Josh still does now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what position did you play?
Yeah.
so I was centre midfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a striker in my younger days, as we all do. We all want to score goals
Right.
and be the hero. But then I dropped back into centre midfield, and I was a bit more of a ball playing centre midfielder.
Yeah.
Get on the ball, pass it, and spray it. And
Yeah.
yes,
So you got into the academy, and you found your way into the professional game.
yeah.
Is
So it's
that-
quite daunting as a kid because you do, you turn up for these trials, and there's a lot of pressure there as a young kid. You don't want to fail or mess up. So I did a trial, got accepted, and then went through all the various age groups, and you stay with the academy every year.
Yeah.
So some will drop out most years, so some will carry on. New people will come. All the way up to leaving school, where I signed my first apprenticeship. So it was a 2-year apprenticeship,
Yeah.
which then made it my full-time job.
Yeah.
Training daily at the training ground.
Yeah.
And
So dream realised. That must have been crazy. Excited.
very excited, very proud. My parents put a lot of work in and taken me to Cardiff and Bristol and all over the country, really.
Yeah.
So to have that moment when I'm signing a contract with it was Andy Orford at the time. He's a bit of a Pompey legend.
Yeah.
So signing the contract, and it was a real proud day for me, parents, family, everyone. Yeah.
And then you found your way onto the field. And
Yeah, so did 2 years with the academy, sort of under 18s, and I was captain in my second year, and loved it, lived it and breathed it. And then it was my big pro deal, so I signed my first professional contract with Steve Cottrell.
Yeah.
And that enabled me to then go and train with the professionals and see how they do it.
Is it different?
It was different, and it was different for me being a fan of Portsmouth.
Yeah.
A lot of people came in from other parts of the world or wherever.
Yeah.
So actually being a fan and coming up through it was very different. Seeing some of the stars that you would aspire to, and it was amazing.
Wow. Incredible. Yeah. And what happened from there?
So I went on various tours. So we went to America for a pre-season tour. Where I got to see how they sort of spend their money and party, and
See, that's the bit I'd enjoy.
And we also went to Spain and played against Real Betis at their stadium as a pre-season tour. And there was a change of manager, so Steve Cottrell got sacked.
Yeah.
Michael Appleton came in.
Yeah.
And with football, I suppose life as well, it's all about timing, luck, opinions. The new manager said, you're not right.
Really?
Don't think you're good enough. So that was it. I was there was no reserve team at the time, so it was back to the youth team.
Yeah.
And I was then just seeing out my contract to the end of the year, knowing that this was the end of my boyhood club for me. So
Yeah. But you did play with some big names.
I did. Again, I don't really like to mention it.
No, you don't. But you do have a prop.
As you brought it up, Steve, and I've come prepared. So for those that are watching,
there we go. Look at this. Yeah.
Probably all of
he
you
wasn't
seen
prepared,
this
and he
already.
didn't really want to talk about this.
So a good friend of mine bought this for me for a wedding present, but I had a picture of me playing against Frank Lampard at Fratton Park in front of 20,000 plus people. So yeah, that's me and Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
And then on the back, we have me against Paul Pogba when he was first at Man United.
God.
And with a little note saying 88 balance, and the reference there is the game FIFA.
Yeah.
I made that one year in 2012, and all my stats were terrible except for my balance.
But you're on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Well, you're the biggest superstar I think we've had. Yeah. I wouldn't have had her. Anyway, so it come to quite a quick end.
Come to an end, yeah.
How did you feel?
Really deflated. A bit. I trialled at a few clubs, Charlton, Oxford, didn't work. Dropped into the non-league scene. It just wasn't for me. I lost a lot of love for the game.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of football now. It became a job for me, and it was pulled away. And I just said, I had a bad feeling about the game.
Yeah.
So it was really tough to take, and as I say, no education, passed my school exams, but no college, no university. What do I do next? That was the real tough bit.
Cool. And what did you do?
So I started I had a friend who was cold calling at the time, so it was an entrance into sales, not what everybody wants, but a good grounding, lots of doors closed on my face, and it was for
more rejection.
Yeah, a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, you stay positive, and that you've knocked on 30 doors, and that 31st could be good. So it was loft and cavity wall insulation. Yeah. But I knew it wasn't a long-term solution, and between part-time football, it's my ex's dad was working in a high-end furniture showroom.
Okay.
It was called Mac and Mac Interiors.
Yeah.
And they sold really premium furniture. People used to fly from Scotland and come and see the showroom. So he said, "Do you fancy coming and helping us out in the showroom?" Was that in
Portsmouth, was it?
It was actually up in Farnham.
Oh, okay.
So in Surrey.
Yeah.
So I went there and really enjoyed it, and slowly started picking up more days, more work. And I got to a stage where the football became sort of cash in hand. And I saw this was my future, and getting on the property ladder, and get in the real world really.
But then I think knocks, because that's a big knock, especially for a young lad where you've been doing that all your life. That's all your focus, and then suddenly it comes to an end. But that's like business, isn't it? I mean, those knocks, business is about getting yourself up from those knocks, dusting yourself off, and then, bring it on. What's next? So, it's from
100%. Yeah. There's a lot of skills I learned in football that actually cross over, like you say, dealing with those social skills, changing rooms constantly changing with players. And so timekeeping, there was lots of good things that came from it for sure, and life skills. But,
and it might not feel it at the time, it just feels as though the world's coming to an end. Yeah. But all of those learnings and that ability to really, you don't get much bigger knock than that, do you? Where you think, that's it, I've made it, I've signed, my life is now all set up, and within a click, you're then off that. And that shows real resilience, really.
For sure. And you see, as I say, I think it's got better now, but from my period, a lot of people that just, almost come to nothing and can't recover from it. I'm pleased I've come on the end of it now, and I'm in a good place. Yeah.
And you found yourself in the wonderful world of furniture.
Professional furniture.
Professional furniture. No. I mean, Vic, when you left school, did you think, I want to get into that furniture industry?
You just don't
It is, and it is a lovely industry, isn't it? Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, we
It
joke,
really
but it is and I think it's changed and got much more close over recent years, in fact, than it was when I first started. And it is a nice place to be. It is, and as you say, there's something in there that you just get immersed in it.
For sure.
And like you said there, I'm enjoying this, selling big ticket items, talking to people. So how did that progress in the...
So that progressed. Unfortunately, the first entry into furniture, the company went bust.
Oh, there we go. I just built it all up.
I'm not doing very well here.
Yeah, that does happen.
Another knock.
Another knock, but you must have thought, actually, this is where I want to go.
But I really proved myself within that business.
Yeah.
And somebody took the lease to the building. So it was an independent furniture retailer called Vale Furnishers.
Yes.
They've got a site already in Surrey. They then took the Farnham site on and the leasehold.
Yeah.
They got a list of employees and phone numbers. So I went and met them for an interview, and they wanted some help sort of expanding, because they were always quite traditional. They wanted some help on expanding in that sort of modern sector.
Yep.
So I switched straight over to those guys and started on the sales team. Did 5 years on the sales team, and then progressed into a buying role. So I was doing buy-in. It was 2 showrooms, one 36,000 square feet, one 20,000 square feet, and beds, dining, living. So I was covering a whole spectrum of products doing the buy-in.
Did you enjoy buying?
I loved it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did think that was me for life. Loved going to the shows, loved seeing what's new to the market, different price points.
Yeah.
Even, I've always loved the luxury end, but seeing someone loving a riser recliner, what we call the granny chuckers, they're it was just interesting to see the whole furniture sector.
Yeah. So you stayed at Vale for...
10 years in total.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
And then there was, as I say, I thought that was me for life. There was a lady who was retiring from a package of Italian agency in the south. And she said to me, "Lewis, I'm retiring. Would you be interested in taking this package of brands in the south?"
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have left for many brands, but it was a really, really lovely collection.
Yeah.
And I made the switch.
And that's, that's quite a jump, isn't it? From a secure, employed position, happy, to make that jump into an agency rep where you're self-employed.
Yep.
Was there any fear when you done that? Or?
Yeah, a lot of reservations actually, because I think it's my family mindset as well, has always been to be secure, and be able to pay your mortgage. Yeah. They're not big risk takers, so I felt they'd always encourage me to just be safe, be secure, and be happy. But I didn't need to, but I wanted to make that move. I wouldn't have done it for any, but this collection I needed to make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a whole new world, setting up a new business and accountants and... learning. Yes, you go from just being employed and doing what you do to then suddenly you are self-employed and you need to have your accounts and drive the business and the revenue in so that you get the commissions that's a brave move. And I wonder, is that the competitive side in you? Obviously, from your football background, there must be some competitiveness in you. I think
to reach, continue to push yourself?
I think it's another skill set, that comes from the footballing background. I even remember the agent I'm working with now, who looks after London I remember him coming back into my first furniture showroom, and being like, oh, he's a very cool, charismatic Italian guy, and I was like, I want to be like that one day. So it was almost felt like they were my steps. Yeah. And now, interestingly, I'm working alongside him. So
wow. Yeah.
I think it was that sports personality that I want to be the best agent as well.
Yeah. So. Next step. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. And so you've got this small group, and you've obviously, the list of companies that you've built that quite rapidly.
Yeah, I've got to say, in my defence, some of them are in the higher level, so I don't spend my time always on the road in multiple different shops. No. I have to be very selective. Yeah. So it's you're not going here, there and everywhere. So my time isn't always spent on the road. It's a bit more planning, pricing. Yeah. So it's some that have that many are doing too much. Yeah. But I can still control my time.
Yes. Yeah. I guess upmarket, top end. There's not a lot of visits because it's much more sparsely spread out, isn't it? Yes. Whereas, more commercial, higher turnover goods, then there's a lot more retailers to visit. So it's quite different, isn't it?
Exactly.
Do you think do you see that when you're? Yeah.
I do, yeah. And actually, I know I fell into this, but I'm really pleased I'm at this level of the market, and it's where I want to stay now, and that's where my ambitions are. Yeah. Of course, we never know what the future brings.
No, you don't know, but yeah.
But that's how I like it, going to see less people, but the right partners.
Yes, yeah. And we've spoken previous podcasts, with our team, we have regional managers who are our middle management team, and from my side, I look at agents, reps, and they are the middle management, aren't they? The link between the manufacturer, the supplier, and the retailer, and you are the person in the middle who's trying to balance the interests and look after the customer as well as the interests of the supplier, the manufacturer. It's quite a tough place to be, is it? Because neither are ever happy, are they?
For sure. Yes. Sometimes it can be challenging because, as you say, you remember who's paying your bills.
Yes.
But then at the same time, you need the stores to be on board and keep selling your products. So. Yes. Yeah. You do have to sometimes find a middle ground.
Absolutely.
To make everyone happy. And I think, empathy is a big skill when being an agent. To try and ensure everyone's happy and there's a good solution for all. And there generally is.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but most stores are lovely to deal with, and you can always find a middle ground.
Yeah. That's right, yeah. And I suppose the position you got to, you can pretty much choose. Oh, sorry.
Life of an agent. I'm sorry, guys.
It might be a big order. Might be a big order.
Sussex Beds. No,
it's one of our team. Yeah. Where was we? So it's a difficult place to be, isn't it? In the middle, and keeping both parties happy, and we spoke about it ourselves, didn't we? And what else is really different from being in a retail environment where it's static, maybe close to home and commute, but on the road, obviously there's a lot more travel, a lot more distance. Do you enjoy that travel, or do you miss the locational?
A bit of both. I found it quite hard to adjust initially. I found it hard to adjust, but I do love it. spending, I get to go to Italy as well to see some of the brands, the manufacturing, take customers out there.
I can see why that's so hard.
We're also working with you guys at the minute, getting you down to Southampton, not as glamorous, but go and see the lovely Millbrook showroom.
Yeah, a lot of the team have been down, and the feedback from them has been amazing, really enjoying the trips. And do you know what? It's one of those things, factory visits, doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. Yeah, you go to a factory visit and you come back with a little bit of spark, a little bit more flair, and it really is an important thing, isn't it?
For sure.
And I don't think we do it enough in the industry, those trips, factory visits,
No.
and I know the team really appreciate that they've been going down recently. So
it's been great to have them, and as you say, everyone has come away and said, "Oh, I didn't know that." So it's been great, and I'm pleased.
So you're away from home quite a lot?
I am I probably spend 4 days a week on the road on average.
Yeah.
I cover Essex, I cover just below London, out to South Wales, Devon, Cornwall, Channel Islands.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of time spent on the road. Most from where I'm now based near Guildford, so very central.
Okay, yeah.
Most I can do in a day,
Yeah.
which works for family life. It's only Devon, Cornwall, South Wales,
Yeah.
Channel Islands, which will be a stay away, and the odd Italy trip.
It's mentioned family, tell us, have you, young family?
Fairly young. Started young. The theory is get them out of the way early, and then get your life back.
See, I thought the same thing, but they seem to keep coming back.
Don't tell me that.
So young family.
Yes, 13 is Christian, the eldest, and a little girl who's 8.
Yeah.
And lovely wife Kiki. So that's us.
And how do you get that balance of, because being away, and do you struggle with that, or is it now just part of the routine?
So currently now the wife has stopped working because it is so varied that, we need that support with the children.
Yeah.
So thankfully she picks up a lot of it, and I'm quite pleased I get to leave the house and get a bit of peace and quiet. It's certainly easier going to work.
It's definitely.
But there is plus sides. Like this morning I went to my little girl's harvest assembly.
Yeah.
So you can sometimes
that flexibility of
it.
Self-employed and
For sure. As long as there's enough time in the diary that you can put these things aside.
Yeah.
And keep the workload, there's a lot of work that goes on in the evenings for agents, often up till 9, 10 o'clock, working, catching up on what's happened in the day, follow-ups to all your visits that you've been to. So it's long days, but they can be a bit flexible from time to time.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything we should be doing as an industry, working better together as retail and suppliers? What do you think could be bettered?
What could be better together?
Where do you see, where, maybe things could be improved?
I just think sometimes, I think you guys are very good at it, where it's a partnership.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's less of a partnership. And I think sometimes reps and agents, and I've seen it from a retail background, are seen as a negative part of the process.
Really? Yeah.
And I do think we can add a lot of value.
Yeah.
And so, not you guys and not most, I have a lovely customer base out there, but sometimes we're seen as we're just there to sell furniture, but we can add a lot of value as well.
Yeah. See, I think that's maybe where we differ, because I don't see, I see reps and agents as really that middle manager, the who can put your views, your thoughts across, and then balance that from the business side. I don't suppose we really see it as selling stuff to us, because I I think you're right. It should be a partnership. There should be a relationship, and it should be a mutual benefit between both. At the end of it, there's no point one half succeeding if the other half fails. It needs to,
for sure,
work together.
Yeah.
What changes have you seen in the industry since you've been here? What's the big change?
Big change. I've seen a shift, actually. It's probably not bed related, but just towards, when I first came in to more modern furniture, just because people are reaching a certain age now, doesn't mean they want, teak furniture they still, just because they're an age now, they still want nice modern furniture. So that's been quite a big shift.
Yes. Yeah. Ah, that's cool. Yeah. Wow. That's fascinating. Yeah. Should we do some quickfire questions? Are you ready for some?
Oh God.
Yeah. But thank you for all those insights. It's really interesting. I think also it's really good to hear from the other side and spread that. So thanks, Lewis, and learn about football too. Yeah. The parties. That's the bit interesting. So ready for some quick fire questions? Ready, Lewis?
Ready.
Okay. Question number 1. Yeah. Who was or is your biggest sporting inspiration?
Oh, this is a really relevant question because I went to Decorex this week, which is a trade show in London for interior designers.
Yes.
And I was walking up and down the halls and I bumped into Gary O'Neill, who was an ex-Portsmouth football player.
Oh, wow.
Who was my idol growing up.
Yeah.
And I confessed my love for him. I didn't get a picture to him. His wife is now in interiors, and I didn't even speak to her, or I don't think I acknowledged her terribly. I was just so obsessed with her. He came up through the academy in Portsmouth, and he was a club legend. So he was my sporting idol.
Good answer. Okay, question number 2. One thing people don't realise about the furniture bed industry.
Don't realise.
Yeah. What is it that you think outside the industry don't realise?
I'm really struggling on that one. Don't realise.
So, let's help Lewis.
Yeah.
What is it? I think. Firstly, what goes into manufacturing a bed? I always remember we had a headboard manufacturing company for quite a while, and it's just a headboard. But you look at even just a simple headboard, what goes into the shape, the furrows, the foam, the fabric, the buttoning, the upholstery, the backing, the legs.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
No, and I think it's knowing what goes into, how much goes into making a product that seems so simple. Well, there's springs and fins. It's just simple, isn't it? It's simple. Yeah.
You're dead right, yeah. And with the guys coming down to the showroom, you come to Millbrook, you see them hand tape edging, hand side stitching. You see them making boat mattresses which are shaped, and so you're dead right. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that the end customer doesn't even consider.
No, I mean hand side stitching is a prime example, isn't it? Where it's hand side. So it's just stitched on the side. Yeah. Do you know that takes how many hours to hand side stitch a mattress? Is it 2 hours?
Yeah.
It used to be. I think 2 hours to hand side stitch one mattress.
And it's an incredible skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you try and have a go yourself, and you try and it's so hard.
Yeah, we will put a picture up to show what hand side stitching is, because everyone's going, "What's that?" Cool. Okay. Yeah, we got there with an answer anyway. Yeah. Okay. This is a quick one. This number 3: Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh, I'm going to say Messi.
I think I would.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 4. One skill from football that has helped you in business.
we touched on it. I think drive and determination, competitive nature, always wanting to be the best.
And do you know what? I think you also touched on this rejection, isn't it? You think football is rejection, rejection, rejection. Sales is very similar, isn't it? You know, you've got to put yourself forward and be ready to be rejected.
For sure.
You know, and you think of even in our stores, you know, and in even the highest converting stores, you probably not industry. What's your conversion rate? 90%. That's rubbish. 30%, which means 70% of people are rejecting you and saying, no, I'm not purchasing from you. So having that ability to, and I think that's a sales skill, isn't it, really? To be able to, okay, right, next, move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, final question, you'll be relieved to know. And it is, one trend in the furniture industry that excites you.
One trend. Oh, I've got to shout out us. Internally tufting for beds.
We'll put a picture up. Tell our listeners what an internal tufting is.
I can't tell because other people might be trying to produce it as well.
Well, okay. But basically, there's no button on the surface for anyone who's a mattress geek. Yep. So you know the little buttons. Yep. Well, there is none. Yeah. So it's smooth. Yeah.
And we've always found it's been great for me because we've always struggled to find our place within the market because there's lots of good natural mattress brands out there. Yeah. But internally tufting gives you a really nice smooth sleeping surface and a really nice visual as well. So I've been really pleased, and it's had a fantastic reaction from.
And we do a lot of it ourselves, don't we? Yeah, it's been very, very successful. So go check them out in store today. Cool. Well, that's the end of our question section, and that's the end of our podcast this week. So we need a tip of the week. What tip? Let's think about tips. Do you know what I think really from listening to is, you had a huge knock when you were very young, and I think when you're out there and you're young, to pick yourself up from such a big knock and dust yourself off, I think, hats off. I don't think it could be as big as that, really, as for a young person where you just focus on that. I think that is life. Knocks are life. And picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and then get on. What's next? And I think that's business, life, and I think that's our tip of the week.
And I'd say empathy. As new agents coming through, I think empathy is a really good strength going forward.
Yeah. Just
being that middleman again, understanding the store's situation, understanding their issues or struggles. Problems.
Yes. It's so easy, isn't it, to look from one side and go, it's so much easier being a manufacturer. Yeah. All you've got to, you just got to supply the orders that come through. And from your side, it's
every store is different.
Yeah, it is. Retail is especially hard over recent years, and probably more so over with footfalls, e-commerce, and all of that. It's a constant battle. You can never sit back, and I think it's understanding that from both sides, different challenges. Yeah. And as I touched on, we did a little bit of manufacturing, and it's totally different from retailing. That you've got to be really at full capacity, but not over capacity, and you don't want to be under capacity, and trying to keep that so that you make the margin you need. It's a big job, isn't it? And if you get too much, people get pissed off because it takes too long, and it's a very different challenge to what we have in retail. Thanks Lewis,
thanks for
fantastic.
Having me.
So that's the end of this week's podcast. As always, I've got a little readout. So next week we are joined by Rob, an avid listener. Hello, Rob. You're probably listening. Who's taken the leap into entrepreneurship and has just launched his own movement coaching and sports rehabilitation business. That's easy for me to say. And we want to find out how he made that happen and took that leap. So looking forward to speaking to Rob next week. Remember, everybody, new episodes drop every Wednesday. Don't forget to tune in. And if you want more unfiltered business talk, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Unorthodox CEO. So if you're listening or watching us in the morning and you're in bed, hello, good morning. Hope you slept well. If you're sleeping on a Millbrook or Sussex beds, then you obviously did. If you're eating your lunch and listening along, or walking the dog and listening along, hello, enjoy your day. And of course, if you're in your bed, your Sussex bed, curled up, listening to mine and Lewis and Vic's dulcet tones, then thank you and good night. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Oh, you're such a natural.